Following the routine of a woman whose life story tells of courage and determination amidst great odds, a simple woman whose achievements at first glance are inspiring, but one who tells us that the journey to the top has not been an easy one.
Karibu sana, Madam Barasa.
When Nancy Makoha Barasa sat before the Judicial Service Commission in May this year, her goal was to become Kenya's first Deputy Chief Justice. The amount of scrutiny that came with the quest to land that powerful post, however,
There was a question that Mheshimiwa Babu asked, which you are yet to answer, a very direct question on your status yourself.
one that threw her off balance then.
If I was lesbian, they are very good friends of mine here in this room. I could have dated them. None of them has.
Go ahead.
5 months later, however, and it is a process she says scarred her, but also one that served to strengthen her resolve.
At some stage, you really felt invaded. And as you know, I think I call myself the first exhibit of the new constitution. I was a bit strong, but at some stage I feared for my children. And at some stage when a whole archbishop came on TV and disowned you and said you have no value system, that you are immoral.
A person who stands by groups that support homosexuality, lesbianism, abortion, sex workers, will interpret the law in that philosophy. A person whom people cannot look at and say, this is an exemplary family person, easily will interpret the law in that line.
Because you are a divorcee, then you don't have a family. And it was a bit difficult.
Having emerged the preferred candidate out of the 8 shortlisted for the job, Nancy Barasa is out to prove to Kenyans that the panel made the right choice and hopes that Kenyans will borrow from the fundamentals of a constitution she and others have worked hard to deliver and uphold.
If you look at Article 27, it lists the grounds of discrimination, that you cannot discriminate a person on any of those grounds, including race, gender, sex, marital status, pregnancy. All those things are there. So I think I drew my inspiration from the Constitution itself.
Such is her typical day, swearing in new judiciary officials as part of ongoing reforms to reduce backlog of cases and provide institutional structures that could help the judiciary restore its credibility, and holding day-long strategy meetings with other top judiciary officials.
I know the shortcomings of our judiciary. I know them inside out. I would want to be remembered as one of the judges that created jurisprudence for this country, that gave life to the Constitution.
For this mother of 2, her position as Deputy CJ and Vice President of the Supreme Court is about much more than a judicial posting, having juggled through motherhood, education that currently has her pursuing her PhD, and activism, having been a former chair of FIDA Kenya. For a woman born and bred in Mount Elgon in Bungoma County, it is about empowerment.
I think things have changed drastically for the women in this country. And I keep saying that this is the best time for women to be born in Kenya.
She describes herself as overbearing, but every evening she gets home, she says the hustle to get things done is worth every bit of it.
At the end of the day, I feel satisfied in the sense that we are making steps, and very positive steps, towards realizing our ambition, our dream to transform the judiciary. I, Nancy Makoha Barasa.
The story of the courage to pursue a dream against all odds, as told by the country's first Deputy Chief Justice. Evelyn Wambui for Newsmakers.